But what I want to talk about is what Health and Human Services is really about. What they're talking about in House Bill 1 is money, dollars and cents. But what Health and Human Services are about, and what is so important, is that it's about people. It's about children, young adults, older Texans, all who are trying to live with dignity in the community. House Bill 1 would decimate children's services, young adult services, and older services. People with all types of disabilities, cognitive, mental health, physical. We are a major part of this community, but frequently we're invisible. Many of us are low income. In fact, most of us on Medicaid are low income. And who cares about the low income people? A lot of times we think of Health and Human Services, we think of the sort of advocates, the sort of middle class people who have jobs, who are out there, social workers, people who are doing a lot of the needed support services. But ultimately, their jobs are reliant on the people that need that support. And what is going on inside is a travesty. It's against all moral codes, it's against all human and civil rights. People with disabilities, young children, young adults, older people have a right to support services so they can live in the community with dignity. I use the word dignity over and over and over again. So rather than being depressed, I really want to talk about the positive aspect of what we should do in celebration of Health and Human Services. That we will not allow House Bill 1 to stand. That in the spirit of what they're trying to do by cutting services, we will take that negative energy and convert that into powerful, positive energy, and that we will force them, and I use the word force them, to support people with disabilities, young children, young adults, and older Texans. Sometimes we are a little hesitant to get angry. Sometimes we feel that there aren't large numbers of us, so that we really don't have the legitimacy. But it isn't the number of people, it's the passion and commitment. And as we look at these coffins on the steps, we should reinvigorate, or maybe reincarnate, our energy, our organizing motivation, and leave here today, after this bill passes, with renewed energy to say, this shall not stand, we will not allow it. We are the people of Texas, and we demand, yes, we demand that the House of Representatives and the Senate take this message, that what they're talking about are the actual lives of people with disabilities. You know, it's easy sitting in the offices in the building behind us and to forget about the humanity that this is all about. $23 billion. It is even hard to conceive what $23 billion. The Senate has put back $10 billion. That still leaves us $13 billion. What that means is hundreds of thousands of children, young adults, older Texans, people with disabilities, family members, supporters, workers, all will be devastated from this bill. So I want us all to celebrate our renewed energy and our renewed commitment to leave after this bill passes, to fight even doubly hard to send a message to the Senate members who are going to be passing a bill in 2 weeks, but also to the House members, conservative, Republican, Democrat, Tea Party, whatever, that we demand that they start looking at the humanity, the human rights, the civil rights of this issue, and the morality of what they are doing. If they leave this building on May 31st, and these devastating cuts are in place, these symbolic coffins will become real. And very much like other times in our history, I didn't know. It wasn't my job, it was the leadership. I only did what the leadership told me. We cannot allow them to use that excuse. We hopefully can change their mind so they don't have to make an excuse, and they can show us the leadership of why we elected those officials. Free our people, let us celebrate, let us continue our struggle. Thank you.